What's up, Wise Flyers? Welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is David. We talk about credit cards, travel points, and anything else travel related so you could travel anywhere almost free. Today we're talking about the common mistakes people make with Chase Ultimate Reward earning credit cards. Hands down, Chase credit cards are the best credit cards you could get if you're starting out with credit cards. So make sure you stick around and watch all of these mistakes so that you don't make these mistakes yourself. First mistake is not understanding the Chase 524 rule. So 524 means that if you open 5 cards or more in the past 24 months, you won't be approved for any Chase credit card. So if you're just starting out, go for the Chase credit cards first and pay attention to your 524 account. And if you have a Chase Sapphire card, you won't be eligible to get another Chase Sapphire card, and you won't be eligible for the sign-up bonus of the Chase Sapphire card for the next 48 months. So if you want to get the sign-up bonus again for the Chase Sapphire card, you're gonna have to wait 48 months between each intro bonus. The next mistake people make is not knowing that there's a difference between the value of Chase Ultimate Reward points between different credit cards. In order to take advantage of Chase's transfer partners, you need to have certain credit cards. Not all Chase Ultimate Reward point earning cards are going to give you access to those transfer partners such as British Airways, Hyatt, United Airlines. There are a few different partners that you can get more value than that 1 cent per point valuation for the Chase Freedom or Chase Freedom Unlimited card. I don't always recommend using the Chase travel portal to use your UR points to book travel just because you're not really getting the most value compared to transfer partners, but it does give you more value 30% of the time compared to transfer partners. So it's important to know how much your points are worth in the travel portal. So with the Chase Freedom card, you're only getting 1 cent per point. That's with the Chase Freedom and Freedom Unlimited. With the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, you're getting 1.25 cents per point. With the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, you're getting 1.5 cents per point. And with the other Chase Business cards, such as the Chase Ink Business Cash, it's 1 cent per point. Chase Ink Business Unlimited, 1 cent per point. And Chase Ink Business Preferred card, you're getting 1.25 cents per point, similar to the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. And if you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, 50,000 points will give you $750. So depending on which card you have will determine the value you get out of those Chase Ultimate Reward points. And if you were to book through the Chase travel portal, you could pretty much book through any airline. So supposedly it has the Expedia search engine, but it doesn't really match up to Expedia's results. So I think they just put Expedia on the search engine just to make people more comfortable that it's something that most people know about. Another mistake people make is not realizing that these Chase cards offer a ton of other benefits besides just earning points on your everyday purchases. I'm not going to go through all of the details of the benefits, but for example, if you wanted to buy something in a store and the store offers warranty where they charge you extra at the checkout, you could use one of these cards on the list of Chase cards and you could get extended warranty. So you don't have to deny, you could deny that warranty in the store and still get extra warranty just by using your Chase credit card. You could also get rental car protection. So for example, I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. Every time I rent a car, I use the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, and anytime the rental agency is saying, offering, do you want insurance for this rental car, because if you damage it, it could be thousands of dollars, and just pay this $20, $30 a day extra for the rental insurance. I always deny that because the Chase Sapphire Reserve card offers the same insurance that the rental agency is offering, and it's completely free with my card. I don't have to pay any extra. So it is definitely worth learning more about the other benefits your Chase credit cards offer. So it's really important to know what benefits that your Chase credit card offers besides just the points earning potential. Next is learning more about transfer partners. So I know this part could seem overwhelming to anybody who isn't familiar with credit cards, but Chase offers a lot of great transfer partners that you could get more value out of your Chase Ultimate Reward points. You work really hard to get your Chase points, and it's important to get the most value out of those Chase points as well. So depending on how you want to use them, if you go to the airline transfer partners such as this on the list, there's United Airlines, there's Singapore Airlines. So even though there's some international airlines on this list, you can still use them for domestic flights, and each airline has their own unique specialty that you could use them for. So for example, British Airways is really good for using with short domestic flights within the US, even though British Airways is a UK-based airline. But if you were wondering which transfer partner is the best, I think Hyatt is definitely the best value for your Chase Ultimate Reward points, because all these partners get transferred at a 1-to-1 ratio. So basically, one Chase point is equal to one Hyatt point or Southwest point or JetBlue, whatever is on the list, it's always going to be 1-to-1. But with Hyatt, you're going to get the most value for your hotel stays. So I know it may be tempting to transfer those points over to Southwest or JetBlue, but you're really not going to get too much value with those transfers over to JetBlue or Southwest. You're going to get the most value with Hyatt. Another tip with these transfer partners is don't transfer to IHG. IHG is a hotel chain. IHG doesn't really offer good value when it comes to redemptions in general, so I don't recommend transferring your Chase points over to IHG. I would consider that the worst redemption or the worst transfer partner. And it's important to note that when you transfer your points over to any of these transfer partners, you can't get them back. So you never want to just transfer them because you hear there's a good redemption rate with Singapore Airlines to get that first class suite. You always want to make sure that there's availability for the redemption you want to make first. And some of these airlines will allow you to put that award booking on hold for 48 hours sometimes. If they don't, it's okay, but you want to make sure as soon as you transfer those points over to the airline that you book that award redemption immediately, because if there is no availability or you're stuck with those points in your account, in your loyalty account, you can't transfer them back to Chase. So all transfers are final, so you got to make sure you know what you're doing, you know what you're going to book before transferring those points. Another mistake is trying to hit the minimum spending and spending more money than you actually have. So some of these cards do have a high minimum spending, such as the Chase Sapphire Preferred and Reserve card. They require you to spend $4,000 in 3 months, which could be a lot for most people. So if you don't have a plan to complete that minimum spending, I recommend don't applying for the card, because you don't want to spend more money than you have, because the interest on these travel credit cards are the highest in the industry. They could be up to 24%. So a couple of ways that you could complete the minimum spending is, one of the ways I like is if you make a list of the 5 most trusted people in your life. It could be family, friends, and you ask them, you say, hey, do you have any big purchases coming up? And then if they say, yes, I'm buying a refrigerator, I'm doing remodeling on my home, I'm gonna buy gym equipment, whatever it is, you ask them if they could use your credit card to complete the minimum spending, and then they could Venmo you the money or give you the cash. The most important part of this process is to make sure that they give you the money first before putting that spending on the card. And you want to make sure this is someone you trust. This way you make sure you get the money back and you can pay that bill right away. Another way to complete the minimum spending is to use a service called Plastic. So your biggest spending that you make per month is usually mortgage, rent, car payments, student loans. You could put all of those purchases on a credit card using the service Plastic. There is a fee, but if you want to get 500 fee-free dollars, you could use the link down in the description below. It's a referral link. And if you refer other people, let's say you refer a coworker or a friend or family member, then you get 1,000 fee-free dollars. So rather than paying the 3% on a regular basis, you could somehow manage to get referrals and get fee-free dollars that you could use for other big purchases on a regular basis. And if you want to learn more about Chase credit cards and how to earn the points and redeem the points and get the most value out of them, you could click this playlist over here. It talks about the best Chase credit card strategies. I recommend clicking that link right now, and I'll see you in the next video.